Welcome back once again, race fans here to Turn 3 Racing Network Track, the Colonial Clash Racing Series fires things off for race number 9 here in season number 3, hitting the high speed banks at Texas Motor Speedway. That's right, it's the Fort Worth Screen Printing 135. You doing? How you feeling out there in TV race fans? Glad you all joined us here tonight. As always, dedicate bringing all the calls from the trackside drivers, laying down tons of laps in a happy hour. Will we see last week's race winner Troy Radford go back to back? He was fastest in happy hour. We'll have to wait to see if he's able to take the Goose Graphics pole position here tonight. But first, we say we go ahead and get rid of that track information. Track temperature down there, 80 degrees. Nice little breeze coming in slightly from the south end of the racetrack. A handful of drivers out there on their qualifying laps. Michelle's going to go top of the speed charts. 31:14 in the fast time, so let's go ahead and throw that qualifying information over there to the inside of your screen. Drivers had minutes for qualifying. Lucky number 7, and who's going to be able to grab it tonight and snatch that Goose Graphics pole position? Now, man, can't wait to get things fired off here tonight. Guy Flynn going to go second with his time lap to 37. Chevy Silverbright moves in second. Tyler Rex and the 84 machine runs in the 4th spot. Going to get dropped back now to 5th as that Baylor moves into 3rd. Heavy hitter still down there on pit road. John Garrett was quick in happy hour, still yet to climb in the car tonight. Brandon Medford, Troy Radford, Scott Baker. All of those drivers still need to lay down their time lapse. 41 of John Kudikut's out there right now on his time lap. Only 5 drivers make that 6th on the speed chart. So a lot of drivers wait a little while to go out there on the track. So we'll have to wait to see how that all shakes out here. In the meantime, what do you say we go ahead and bring you your overall point standings coming into race number 9 here tonight? The Fort Worth Screen Printing 135 coming in tonight. Top of the point standings, the 46 Falcon Motorsports driver ahead of basically his teammates, really. There's about 4 or 5 of those Falcon Motorsports drivers in the series, and they're all sitting top of the point standings. Chris Medford leads Troy Radford by just 10 points. 21 back is Brandon Medford. Parkhurst right there. 29 points back, all the way down to your top 10 with John Garrett sitting 74 points back. As we get closer and closer to the postseason, just a handful of races before we will begin that championship chase. And who's going to fight down Radford in that win column? Lucky Den Project 94 Falcon Motorsports driver with 3 wins on the season. Sitting 2nd in points, missing 1 race, so that extra 2 race wins over everybody. Sergeant Will of the point standings, want to give a big shout out to that 22 of Juan Jimenez. Jimenez, last year's race control, maybe, I believe he's down the hall here tonight pulling admin duties as well, but he's got 2 race wins this season to his name as well, so Jimenez, good in the boost. And good on track. Look out for that 22 Toyota Tundra when he gets back to the track once again out there in his truck. And well, qualifying getting a little more interesting out there. So what do you say we bring back that time he's scoring over there to the left-hand side of your screen? Where's your favorite driver? Cody Giles still top of the speed charts. 30:25 is the quick time tonight at the Goose Graphics session, and looks like we've got ourselves right at about 2 minutes remaining here in qualifying. And now Mark Parker's going to put that 23 machine top of the speed charts. 30:25. They're going to edge it to 30:24. He got him beat by about 3 thousandths, not tenths, not hundredths, but thousandths of a second. is the difference between first and second. Right now, Brandon Eckert going to put his 83 machine in the fourth position. Chris Medford, Troy Radford, they're out there on track on their time lapse. How about the 21 of Thomas Smalling? Smalling dominating at the Roval. Can he get out there and lay down the fast time, taking Goose Graphics pole award? John Garrett going to slot himself inside of the top 5. He's going to go fourth with a 30-36. And well, things getting a little quiet as there's only about 2 drivers out there on the track. Chris Medford, Troy Radford there and there. Qualifying laps. Todd Fleet gonna break inside the top 15. Well, only 14 qualifying, so that's gonna be a little bit easy there for Fleet. The number 4 Ford F-150 gonna go 12 on the speed charts. Still waiting for Radford's turn in his quick time. He's got himself about 45 seconds or so. First time lap gonna run a 30-43. That's not gonna be enough for the pole position. Does he have enough to get it on the second lap? Chris Medford still down there, laboring in 15th on the speed charts, and he's going to jump to 4th on his second lap, a 30-36. For Medford, going to just edge out John Garrett by a few hundredths as well, so very tight field. At the front of this field, Troy Radford's last driver on the track, and he's going to go top of the speed charts. The Lucky Finn Project, Chevy Silverado. Falcon Motorsports machine. Troy Radford picking up right where he left off last week, and he's going to put it top of the speed charts. Quick time now, a 30-21 for Radford, and that's going to be it for your Goose Graphics Bowl Award winner, Troy Radford. He's going to walk away with a little bit more in his back pocket, and we're going to step away for a brief commercial break, head down trackside for your national anthem. So don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be back.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
And welcome back trackside after the flyover, after we set the field, drivers making their way through final pre-race inspection. You can see the majority of the field down there on pit lane, so as they're ready to roll off, what do you say we get a little closer to the field? You can hear those familiar sounds beginning in the background. You know the sounds, you know it's time to run down the starting lineup for tonight's Fort Worth Spring Printing 135 in the Colonial Clash Racing Truck Series, starting inside row number 1, your pole sitter inside the Lucky Finn Project, number 94, Troy Radford. Mark Parker's going to start just to his outside in the 23 machine. Cody Giles, Thad Baylor. Going to start in row number 2, row number 3 here tonight. Chris Medford and John Garrett. Brendan Medford, Brendan Baylor back in row 4, row number 5, Dustin Franklin. And James Hoot. Brendan Pike Geiklin back in row number 6. Looks like we're having a little bit of audio problems, so we're going to try to fix that up for you guys. We'll scroll through the rest of the starting lineup. The 20 trucks taking to the track, trying to see if we've got all of the audio issues figured out and worked out yet. Alright, well it seems like not fixed just yet, so we're going to have to take some different measures. Let's go ahead and take care of that, see if we can't get that fixed up, and we'll just continue to roll on like we normally would here.
So we do apologize for the mix-ups. Everything should begin to slowly come back into place here as the pace car ducks off. Radford ready to hit the restart zone, and green flag flies for the first time here tonight. From Texas, Motor Speedway drivers on the gas quick and ready to go. Radford leads the field to turn 1. Radford going to lead the charge down into turn number 3. The 7 of Cody Giles right there beside him. Mark Parker still running inside the top 5. He's going to sit in the 3rd position. Thad Baylor back to 4th. John Garrett moves up 1 spot. He's going to grab that 5th position. Wade Medford going to drop 1 spot back now to the 6th position. Brandon Pemitat in the 48 machine still running right there, and we do appreciate the feedback out there. Spencer helping us work through these audio issues. It's good to have guys out there making sure everything is right for us. Sometimes it's a little hard to hear ourselves in the booth, but is what it is. We'll move on. Once again, tip of the cap, big thank you, sir. As a matter of fact, as Radford's going to cross the start-finish line, want to give a big shout-out to Pro Cup Racing Experience. Going to give a big shout out to them. They just held an event at Michigan Speedway not very long ago. If you're looking to get out on the track in some of the fastest machines out there at some of the fastest tracks that are around, look no further than the Pro Cup Racing Experience. You can find them at ProCupRacingExperience.com. I'm telling you, I'm eyeballing a little bit of something with them. Maybe in the future here, trying to get some guys together, see what we can do, but we'll try to get you all the action from trackside here tonight. Troy Radford going to lead the field off of turn number 2, back down the backstretch. Cody Giles going to sit in 2nd. Now, how about John Garrett? Man on the move in that Fort Worth Spring Printing number 66 Chevy Silverado. Garrett going to run in the 3rd position now, up 3 spots from where he qualified. So a good run early here as we work our way on lap number 4. The iRacing League Calculator 42 machine of that Failer right there sitting in 5th. Great run so far here for Failer. Biggest mover of the race back here sitting in the 12th position, though. Let's go back here to this little hornet's nest. You don't want to kick around back here and have a mistake. A lot of drivers all over each other. A little bit of locking going on right there. 84 going to drop down, take the line away from Jimenez in that 22. Hard charging through turns 3 and 4. There's the 21 of Thomas Smalling. We mentioned the sponsor moments ago, and there, whoa, a little bit of a moment. I believe that may have been Todd Cleek a little loose in the background there, but Thomas Smalling sporting that Pro Cup racing experience, a sponsorship on the 21 truck. So a big shout out to him and all the guys back at his shop, back over there at the Pro Cup racing experience as well. The Money Lion machine looking pretty good out there tonight as well. Brandon Pike now looking for a position. I believe that's going to be on the 47 machine. What do you say we move up here a little bit? Check out this fast Ford F-150 making his way up through the field. Fastest Ford on the track right now, running just inside your top 10. Brandon Pike going to sit in the 9th position, looking for a little bit more as they battle side by side in front of him. The Pamitat and Medford going at it for the 7th and 8th position. The 48 U.S. Air Force sponsored machine gonna grab that spot for the time being, or actually no, Medford gonna grab that one. And just for a moment, Medford now losing some ground as the 62 makes his way down to the bottom of the racetrack. 47 moving up as well. Big shout out to Dustin Franklin as well as John Garrett, both competing in the Urad here 250. A handful of the drivers in the field here tonight competed in that special Sunday night event. Nice racing right there through the tri-oval too, almost 3 wide as it looks like. That's 47 of Franklin. He's looking to try to make his way up through the field, and I tell you what, why don't we go take a little look-see. Let's see what's happening here inside the car of that 62 machine. There you can see riding on board just over the right shoulder of Brandon Pike, hugging that white line. It looks like there's a lot of room, but things close up quick here at Texas Motor Speedway. Long way to go for this field here tonight as we watch drivers battle side by side. We'll jump back outside of the car once again. So we still got drivers mixing it. Oh, a big move by the 83. Brandon Medford said, "See you later." Hit that elevator down button. He dropped down to the bottom, grabbed a spot. Now looking to gain another 62 of Brandon Pike. Kind of nowhere to go as he's watching this battle between Brandon Pamitat and now that 46 of Chris Medford battling for position. Front of the field still all tightened up with each other. I tell you what, we've got a hornet's nest here, but we got something going on at the front. Why don't we go up here, watch this 66 of John Garrett, because he's closed in to the back of your pole sitter. Your race leader, the 94 of Radford, going to cross the line. Bring us to lap number 12. Still a long way to go. You can look for those green flag pit stops somewhere, I believe, around lap number 30-ish, 32-ish. Somewhere in that range, I believe, is where we'll be able to stretch the fuel here. Not saving any gas at the front of the field, though. Radford out there just nailing lap after lap. John Garrett all over his lap times. Cody Giles also with some great times. Things are going to calm down just a little bit here at the front of the field. So I tell you what, as we watch that battle unfold, let's jump back through the field just a little bit to give some of these drivers a moment to shine. Big pack of drivers all over each other right here, separating themselves by just about a tenth, maybe 2/10 amongst themselves here and there. Big string of cars back from 6th place runner Brandon Pike. Chris Medford right there behind him. You can see Brandon Pamitat, Brandon Medford, Dustin Franklin. Juan Jimenez dropping down to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to take a position away from Franklin, and he's going to grab the final spot inside the top 10, working off of turn number 4. Franklin trying to hold strong on the high side, not going to be able to keep the spot, and he'll fall in the tire tracks of that 22 machine of Juan Jimenez, up 6 positions from where he qualified. So a great run here tonight for Jimenez. See if we can't jump around the track just a little bit more here as we work our way through turns 3 and 4. We're going to come at you once again. Cross the stripe, lap number 16. Field down into turns 1 and 2. Here, race leaders going to line the big back How about the drama unfolding here now? Almost into the outside. 3 wide. We got some great racing action here from Texas Motor Speedway in the Fort Worth screen printing 135. Big shout out to all of the race sponsors throughout the season. Fort Worth screen printing being one of the majority sponsors of season number 3. So a big shout out to everybody back at the Fort Worth screen printing operation. Big shout out to John Garrett heading to Kansas. I believe next week or 2 weeks from now. I apologize. 2 weeks from now, Garrett going to be hitting the tracks at Kansas Speedway. So look out for that 10 machine to be quick. Things tightening up right around this 7th, 8th, 9th position. You got both of the Medford boys, Sandwich and Pemitat, right in the middle of the 46, 48, 83, all running right on top of each other. You might as well include that money line. Ford F-150, your fastest Ford in the field. Brandon Pike sits in 6th. Cody Giles was able to take a position away from Garrett up at the front of the field, take over that 2nd position, and he's closed in on Radford's rear bumper as well. Now as John Garrett starts to slide a little bit back in the running order, Garrett sitting almost a half a second back. So the freshie off of the Goodyear, and we've got drivers beginning to lose a little bit of pace last time around. Race leader Radford just about a 10th and a half faster than Garrett, so falling off a little bit as we cross the line. Lap number 20 now on the board. Radford leading Giles off of turn 2. So now those gaps are beginning to develop between a handful of positions. Things beginning to stretch themselves out as we work our way down the backstretch. Lap number 21 on the board. 22 we cross the stripe this time by only one race leader. All night that was your pole sitter, or is your pole sitter. Troy Radford walking away with the Goose Graphics pole award. Walking away with the most laps led here tonight so far, leading all 21 laps that have been completed in the Fort Worth screen printing. A 135. Radford going to continue to lead down the backstretch. Battle for 3rd ensuing. Parkhurst looking to the bottom of that BJ sponsored Chevy Silverado, and he's going to give Garrett all he can handle on the high side. High side hustling here in the trucks at Texas. Garrett going to defend that 3rd position from now, but for how long? Going to jump back a little further. Let's take a look at this Hornet's Nest. That's still a buzzing back here in the background. Man, I tell you what, you got to be tougher than a rooster's lips to run in this pack all over each other. Just, man. I don't know if I could go door to door, side by side, 20+ laps straight at Texas. Not anymore. Maybe back when I was a little bit younger and maybe a little more carefree. But I like to, I don't know, I like to kind of take my time nowadays, you know, slow the pace down. These drivers are not slowing the pace down at all. As a matter of fact, it looks like just about a half a second slower than the fast lap. And oh, we got trouble. we've got trouble. Juan Jimenez, Dustin Franklin involved in an on-track incident. Let's take a look back here. That is not a parking lot, boys. You can't park there. It looks like two machines definitely broken after that contact. So I'll tell you what, why don't we go back trying to find that one? Do we got it? Yeah, we got it. So we're going to go back. Let's see what happened here between Jimenez and Franklin. There you can see side by side and just up the track. Ooh, big impact for that 47 and the 22 with some major damage on that right front as well. It looked like just pushed up the track a little bit and into the side of Franklin, and that's all she wrote. We're trying to take one more look at it if we can. Yeah, just a little bit of a wiggle on the bottom into the side of the 47. Franklin along for the ride, and he's going to catch the outside wall, and he's going to be in damage control from here on out. Jimenez will join him on that list. Radford's going to now lead everybody down pit road as we have our first caution of the evening. And with that being said, we're going to take this opportunity to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back trackside with all your green flag action right here from Texas Motor Speedway.
And back live trackside as the field makes their way back into turn number 3. Pace car lights all around. We're ready to go back. Green flag racing this time by Brandon Pike won the race off of pit road, taking it looks like just right side tires. Troy Radford gonna take 4 tire start from the outside position. And the pace car down and away, and we're ready to drop the hammer once again. Here we go. Green flag flies. Once again here in the Fort Worth screen, burning 135. Brendan Pike gonna take that top spot and use the bottom of the racetrack. It looks like switching back to our main mic did not quite work out for us, so we're gonna go ahead and take care of that right quick for you once again.
And there you go. Well, you know, sometimes it's better to be on the backups, not on on the hook. Tyler Rex has had some trouble, and we've got a caution on the track. Once again, let's take a look. Let's see what happened here to this 84 machine. And looks like a little bit of a self-spin off the turn number 2. Some, I won't say big impact or hard impact with the front end off of that inside safer barrier, but still it's going to be enough to push in the nose just a little bit. He'll have to head down pit road, get that all fixed up, and just like that, we'll jump back with your race leader at the front of the field, Brandon Pike, behind the pace car. We'll head around the track, just a handful of laps here. Hope the backup microphone is working for us once again, and well, we'll have to take this to the technicians and see what's going on with it. How about those caution lights in the fence? I mean, nobody wants to see cautions, I tell you, but here at Texas Motor Speedway, I'm not too upset about it. Get a nice little light show. The caution lights kind of dance around the track, and fans treat it to fireworks on track, treat it to a light show in the fence, and then fireworks post race as we celebrate here tonight. Who's going to be able to park it in victory lane? Will it be a first-time winner, or will we see one of your previous race winners walk away with the checkered flag? Once again, Radford leads them all with 3 wins in his back pocket. Juan Jimenez closest to him with just 2. And then it's a trio of truck drivers with just 1 win to their name. Chris Medford, Brandon Medford, Thomas Smalling, all with 1 win on the season so far. As we reach a third of the way through tonight's race, we'll get the one to go this time by here tonight in the Fort Worth screen printing 135, caution number 2 underway. So just as we predicted, drivers getting the 1 finger wave. 1 to go this time around. The iRacing pace car lights have went out. It is time to go back. Green flag racing looks like we're going to get double filed, and Jimenez with a good recovery after that hard, heavy impact. The 22 Toyota Tundra going to gain 12 positions after that round of pit stops, and he's going to come out in the 4th position starting outside row number 2. So Jimenez with a good turnaround to his unfortunate circumstances. We've got a long train of cars. Well, trucks. I make that mistake all the time. But a long row of machines on the bottom of the racetrack that came down to pit road to top off with fuel. And we'll get set and ready to go back. Green flag racing this time by. Pace car off as the field heads to the Geico restart zone, waiting for your race leader to hit the gas, and he's going to do so, and away we go once again. Green flag flies here at Texas Motor Speedway, down into turn number 1, taking the high side into turn 1 is Pike. Interesting little bit of a line there. Maybe that 2-tire call may be determining where he's got to place the truck on these colder tires down to the inside of the racetrack. Zachary Fleet looking to take the 2nd position away from Parkhurst on the high side. You can see a familiar name right behind him, Cody Giles in that 7 machine. He's been up front all night long. Hot and heavy action here at the front of the field for your race lead. It's a trio of trucks going at it. We'll go 3 wide. A little bit of a look for 3 wide. Jimenez look to the bottom of the racetrack. Look to take that position away. And we've got a caution. Caution on the track. Yellow flag flies once again here from Texas Motor Speedway, and it looks like Brandon Pamitat slowing that U.S. Air Force number 48 machine. Let's go back. Let's see what happened with the 48. Ooh, and drivers sideways. Oh my goodness, did you see that? Tell you what, let's take one more look at it with the overhead drone cam. Let's see if we've got that one captured. Yeah, one driver getting loose, and one's misfortunes is another man's luck, and sliding through the grass. That Failer doing a little bit of landscaping himself. A tough break there for that 48 of Pamitat. Contact working off of turn number 4. And we have our third caution of the night here tonight. We'll jump back up front with race leader. They're going to give it to Parkhurst, I believe. Race control saying, or timing and scoring at least saying, that Parkhurst was out front at the time of the caution, so he's going to grab the top spot and give us our third lead change of the night. 3 different race leaders. Pit road will be open this time by. Everybody going to make their way down pit road. Well, I say everybody, but just like that, I'm going to get proved wrong. Juan staying out there. He's going to take the top spot away. That's going to give us our 4th different race leader here tonight in the Fort Worth screen printing 135. Looks like the 66 of John Garrett also stayed out. James Hoot, how about that? 65 machine, he's going to stay out on the track. So your top 3 staying out on the track for the moment. Jimenez with a little bit of connection issues, so we'll focus in on John Garrett right behind him. We have not made the round of green flag pit stops happen yet here tonight. Had a little bit of a stretch there before our first caution flag flew of the night. Lap, I believe it was 23 or so, is when we seen that caution flag fly for the first time. And a rash of cautions ever since. You know, cautions breed cautions one side. Cautions breed cautions is what they say and how the saying goes. We'll see if the drivers are going to be able to keep this one going this time. Let's see if we can reach our first round of green flag pit stops. The Gunskin 65 machine. A little bit of a wave out the window to the 23. Going to say, hey, what's up? How you doing, buddy, out there? Glad to see you. Glad you could come. Drivers get double file. Pace car lights out once again. We're set to go back. Green flag racing once again with the Colonial Clash Racing Truck Series. You're watching race number 9, season number 3 here with the Colonial Clash Racing Series. Where's your pole sitter? Troy Radford. He's outside of the top 5 now. Radford all the way back in that 8th position. Chris Medford, Brandon Medford, all right there with him. So all those Falcon Motorsports drivers right there running with each other, and look for them to try to have a good team finish as well here tonight. They are known for helping each other out and being very quick, very methodical about how they approach races. We'll see how they go. As the pace car gets set to go, we'll get ready to roll back to the green flag. On the gas and away we go. Green flag flies once again here from Texas Motor Speedway. Jimenez to a good jump. He's going to have almost a 4/10 advantage by the time they hit the center of 1 and 2. John Garrett right there sitting in the second position. Challenges for third, fighting for fourth and fifth as well. We've got them all over each other here at the front of the field. 3 wide into turn number 3. They're going to sort it out, get it all figured out and worked out before they exit turn number 4. Big mix up here at the front. Battle for the race lead, front of the field. John Garrett looking to the inside. It's going to be covered off by Jimenez. He'll keep the 66 at bay for the moment through the front stretch. Garrett looking to the outside once again. A little bit of contact pushing that 22 down into turn number 1. That's going to open up the inside lane, and Garrett going to drop to the bottom. Looking to drive his way to the front of the field and take over the race lead. Garrett right there. Drag race to turn number 3 as Radford moves for that 5th position. He's going to grab it by going to the inside of the racetrack, taking the position away from the 65 of James Ooten and that Oot Renovations Gunskin, the 65 machine. Great run from him so far here tonight. As we're watching the battle here for the top spot, John Garrett grabbing the position away, and that's going to give us our 5th different lead change, our 5th different race leader here tonight. And as they battle at the front, they are battling hard right around that 6th, 7th, 8th position. Don't want to really leave the front, but let's go back here with a big battle ensues. Look at all of these truck drivers over each other all the way back to James Oot, who's now dropped all the way from inside of the top 5 on now, just barely hanging on to the top 10, and we've got 3 wide once again. Medford, and Pike gonna sort things out before they get to turn number 3. Radford gonna look to the bottom of the racetrack, look to take a position away from Thomas Smalling. Smalling fighting hard. Radford gonna get that position now. Pamatak gonna see an open door, and Brandon gonna put it to the bottom of the racetrack. The U.S. Air Force 48 got things fixed up, massaged the fenders a little bit, and he's back up to speed, looking for a position on the bottom of the racetrack as they head to turn 3. John Garrett starting to open things up just a little bit at the front of the field. He's going to have himself a 3/10 of a second advantage over Jimenez, now running in second. Cody Giles up to third once again, right back to where he qualified here tonight, sitting just about a half a second off of your race leader Parkhurst right there as well, and then a little bit of a gap back to Chris Medford. There you can see Medford, Radford, Smalling, Pamatat all running with each other. Smalling and Pamatat very close to each other. Tell you what, why don't we take a look on board here with Thomas Smalling. There you can see the drivers in front starting to build the gap, starting to step away. Jump around to a few of our onboard cameras here tonight, riding with that 37 of Guy Clem, trying to make up a handful of positions, now running in that 13th spot. So a good run, a good showing here tonight so far in the Fort Worth screen printing. 135 for 37 of Guy Clem, and we'll jump back. How about we go to one of our Toyota drivers? That's going to be this guy right here, your only Toyota Tundra in the field, running on board here tonight with Juan Jimenez as he looks to take the lead away down to the bottom. Going to get crowded a little bit through the center. He's not going to be able to put down the power off of turn number 2. Garrett going to scoot away. down here so far by Jimenez as we'll jump back outside of the car. There you can see your top two slowly pulling away from third and fourth. So we're going to have a couple of tandems at the front of the field, but the big battle still ensues right around that 6th through 8th position. There you can see right now the Medford boys going at it hard and heavy with each other. Radford wants to push, he wants to help, but he wants to get by his two teammates. And how tough is that? Three team trucks all over each other, all fighting for position, all thinking they're faster than one another. And here comes Thomas Smalling. He's going to put that Pro Cup Racing Experience 21 machine up in the mix, and he's going to try to grab a spot. Close battle back behind them. Taking a look at that 41 of John Gutekunst running in the 13th position. He's all over Guy Clem, James on right there, as well as now Gutekunst able to take that position away. Move the 41 down to the 12th spot. There's your timing and scoring once again, just a little bit over that halfway point. So as things are a little bit fluid on us right now, I'll tell you what, we're still going to get to your mid-race report, your driver highlights and spotlights. We'll start up here at the front with your race leader, and it's going to be a quick one here because we've got a lot of drivers to talk about right here at the front of the field. Showing the way back across the stripe, your 5th different race leader here tonight in the Fort Worth screen printing. A 135, it's the number 66. Fort Worth screen printing esports driver. That's right, John Garrett showing the way. Trying to get the job done. Hometown track here for the Texas native. King Garrett wrap this up and get himself to victory lane this season. Oh, we got ourselves just a handful of laps to find out. We'll see how it all shakes out. Now we'll jump back to your 2nd place runner, Cody Giles, in that number 7 machine. Martin Esports represented on the side corner panels of that number 7 Giro Tech all over the rear deck lid, and Giles looking to have a good night here tonight. Looking that inside lane, he's going to hold down the 2nd position. Juan Jimenez right behind him. There you can see the Santo Domingo native, the only Toyota driver in the field, talking about feeling lonely. How about being the only one on track and being fast at that? Jimenez, also your biggest mover of the race, started Shotgun Sally, tail end of the field tonight. He's up 13 positions now, running in 3rd. 4th place driver here inside of the 23 truck, tail end of this 4 truck breakaway. The New Hampshire native Mark Parkhurst looking to have a fine finish. Started in 2nd, running in 4th, but still right here with a shot for a race win as your top 4 have separated themselves. Let's go back to the battle for this final spot inside the top 5 for the moment. It belongs to Brandon Medford, the Indiana native, with a handful right now on the high side, and it looks like Thomas Smalling going to inherit that 5th position. We'll give this gentleman a little bit of a shout out, and I tell you what, the Lucky Finn Project number 94 of Troy Radford, he's not very far off. Radford running in that 7th position, so give the Duncansville, Pennsylvania driver a round of applause. He's been lights out this season, taking the race win last week at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Gonna kiss the bricks, and I don't know what you can do to Big Hoss around here, but maybe we'll figure one of those out. And that's going to do it for your driver highlights and spotlights, your mid-race report here from Texas Motor Speedway in the Fort Worth screen printing 135. Whoa, big moment there. Big moment there. Almost into the outside. Whoa, Radford, Medford's both all having an issue. 42 of that. Failer going to go to the bottom of the racetrack. Looks like Failer just trying to stay out of harm's way right here. Oh, gonna get close on that front stretch. Oh boy, that was close. I believe that may have been Zachary Cleek cutting it close to that 42 of Thaler. So as things separate themselves back here, that's not going down up here at the front of the field. Let's go back once again. Cody Giles going to take the race lead now. How about that, race fans? 6 lead changes, 6 different leaders. My goodness. Drivers mixing it up here at the front of the field, not laying back, not letting off one big. Zachary Cleek going to take the 16th position away from Brandon Pike. What has happened to Pike? Well, that's an easy one. He is on pit road. He wants the fresh tires. He wants the fuel. We'll see how big of a leapfrog this is going to get him. Trying to look at what the fuel strategy is here. Came to pit road last time around on lap number 58. He was last on pit road right around lap number 35. Interesting to see him going ahead and coming to pit road. That fuel window is open, however, because the 22 who's running in second right now, he was last on to pit road at lap number 25, so a big discrepancy on that fuel management right now as Jimenez showing you can stretch the fuel here a lot further than you think. If he can go another 5 laps here, that'd be 40 laps on the fuel tank, and he'll be able to make it to the end of the race. Green flag or green-white checkers, no matter what. Jimenez will have enough fuel. Your top 2 slowly getting away from Garrett and Parkhurst, running 3rd and 4th. Slight battle back around that 5th, 6th, 7th position still. Raging on Thomas Mulling, Brandon Medford, Troy Radford going at it. Chris Medford going to join the party now as well. Brandon Pamitat and that U.S. Air Force machine sits in 9th, and rounding out your top 10, lap number 61 is the 84 of Tyler Rex. Jimenez going to give up that 2nd position. He's going to come to pit road. Looks like a clean entry to pit road for the 22, so we'll jump back up at the front right here. Continue to watch the battle for the race lead as Jimenez is the only driver to pit road this time around. Scratch that 65 of James Hood, also going to bring his Silverado to the attention of his pit crew. Mark Parkhurst looking to the inside on John Garrett this time around. Not quite going to have the position just yet. They'll drag race back down into turn number 1. And Giles liking what he's seeing at the front. And that's nobody behind. Great drive so far. I tell you what, let's take a look off of the tail end here. Looking back from the rear deck lid of Cody Giles, looking back at the field, and we've got drivers heading to pit lane. Garrett and Radford, Brandon Medford, all going to come to pit lane this time by. As we take a ride, take a look with your race leader. Tell you what, let's go on board inside the office. Riding with your boy at the front of the field, Cody Giles going to show the way back down to turn number 3. We go, and Giles now with a 3/4 of a second race lead, and he's going to stay out another lap. Staying out yet another lap here. Cody Giles going to lead them back around the stripe once again, and outside the car we go. Let's look for some battles, and well, there's not very many, so let's cue in on the one right behind Giles, just outside of your main viewing. 21 and the 23 going at it. And well, it's going to come to, no, they're going to battle the pit road. How about that? Ooh, a little bit of a lockup coming to pit road. That's going to cost the 23 of Parkhurst a little time on pit road entry. That's going to allow the 21 to make his way by, and looks like, well, a little friendly brake check to get to his pit box for Smalling. And that's going to allow the 46 of Chris Medford to take the race lead. And And we've got ourselves yet another new race leader, yet another lead change here tonight. Let's make it 7 for 7 with 3 caution flags, and here comes that 46. He's going to come to pit road pretty quick, hot and heavy on the brakes. No tire smoke, so not a real lockup. Medford going to come to pit road this time around. What will the 37 of Guy Clem do? The safe light machine. He's going to roll down pit lane, and he will not lead the lap. Let's see what Scott Baker does. And Baker going to stay out on the track. He's going to lead a lap, so that's going to be our 8th different race leader. 8th lead change of the night, and we're less than 25 to go here from Texas Motor Speedway. You're watching the Colonial Clash Racing Truck Series. Scott Baker going to bring that Fort Worth screen printing machine back down to pit road. And make pit road entry fairly easily. No problems, no harm, no foul. Pit road police not popping anybody down here tonight, so not spoiling anybody's party. And it looks like Jimenez, what a run on and off of pit road. He's going to have himself a big-time advantage, over a 3-second advantage now for Jimenez, and he's got plenty of fuel. No need to save, and, well, Jimenez looking to get a little bit of a draft help off of the 65. Almost had some trouble. And I don't know. So, can somebody get a hold of his spotter and tell him to tell Juan that, buddy, you're the race leader, and you got a 3-second race lead. I don't know that I would have been so worried about trying to draft that little bit right there. I would have been just focused. And a little lack of focus, or lapse of concentration, we should say. We do indeed have a pit road penalty. Scott Baker must come back down. He's back on his way to pit road. Big trouble now for Baker. The 5 going to fall 1, maybe even 2 laps down after serving his pit road penalty. And, well, let's go back to the battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and I don't know, all the way back, I believe. Looks to be about all the way back. I want to include Brandon Pamitat, and I really want to include John Gutekunst in this battle, but Pamitat and Gutekunst just a little bit far off to include him into this one. So Brandon Medford, Troy Radford, Cody Giles, all going at it. There you can see the BJ's 23 machine of Parkhurst still running well here tonight. Parkhurst had a little bit of an eventful excursion to pit road. A little bit of a mix-up getting into the boxes and things of that nature. A little bit of a rough go coming to pit road. All the brakes stabbing the brake real hard, getting a little bit of tire smoke. A little bit of a lockup on the left front. And I'm watching the timing and scoring. Slowly but surely, this pack of trucks, although they are racing for position and not single file, they are closing in on your race leader, Juan Jimenez. What once was a 3.5 second plus advantage has now dwindled down to just 1.2, just over that. 1 second back now is this foursome of truck drivers going at it. And man, they've been side by side for quite some time, battling it out from 2nd all the way back to 5th position. You gotta ask yourself, how much is it abusing the tires? How much of it is hurting? And how much of it is helping Jimenez right now? They are absolutely closing in, and there's that single file train that I was expecting to see at about 5 or 6 laps ago. Really, to be honest, I thought that these drivers needed to get single file. get the run going, get everybody on the same page, and try to drop off that 22 machine, because Jimenez obviously knows how to get around the track here tonight, because he went from tail end of the field up to leading the race. And now Brandon Pike going to have to bring that 62 machine down to pit road. So Pike to pit road. And there it is. Cody Giles going to look to get the race lead back once again. Can he get it done? Going to look to the high side in turns 1 and 2. Radford's going to go to the bottom. Parkhurst to the bottom as well. And that's going to do it. That's going to give us 10 lead changes on the night amongst 8 different drivers. Troy Radford going to make his way around that 22 machine. Parker's going to do so. Now Medford going to waltz right on through the door as well. Figured it's open. Might as well walk on through. And now Medford going to run in fourth. And the 22 machine going to drop from the top spot all the way back to 5th, just like that. Right outside of your screen, just off in the background, you can see the 21 of Thomas Smalling. He's been trying to catch up with this lead pack, but just I don't think he's got enough time to do anything with it once he gets there. Last time around, race leader ran a 30.97, and Smalling running a 30.82, so he is quicker, he is closing. I just don't know that he's going to have enough time to do what he's got to do once he gets there, once he gets to it. I'm not sure he's going to be able to pull off any type of passes. We'll have to wait and see how it all plays out as we inch closer to just 10 to go. And as we do get closer to the 10 to go, do want to give a big shout out to tonight's race sponsor in the Fort Worth Screen Printing 135. That's right, Fort Worth Screen Printing. Since 1997, Fort Worth Screen Printing has been providing textile screen printing and services to promotional products, distributors, marketing firms, advertising agencies, and end users all over the country and throughout the world. Sought out by other printing companies for the intricate, complicated stuff, and they get the job done right. If you're looking for a little bit of help with some screen printing graphics, you can head on over to Fort Worth Screen Printing. That's fsscreen.com. I apologize, that's fwscreen.com. Once again, that's fwscreen.com. Big shout out to Fort Worth Screen Printing. They've got drivers all throughout this field. Where is John Garrett, though? He was having a great race, and it looks like, oh yes, Garrett was unfortunately popped for a pit exit violation, so he's lost a ton of ground in time, all the way back now in the 11th position with less than 10 to go. Garrett's going to need another caution if he's going to try to do anything here tonight from Texas Motor Speedway. So the Texas native having a rough go at the home track. We'll take a look back up here with the race leader. Once again, Cody Giles being hounded by Parkhurst. The 23 machine all over him, trying to get the job done. You can see Brandon Medford and Troy Radford, they have begun to close in. Now running third and fourth. Thomas Smalling gonna round out the top 5. Almost into the outside wall was Radford. Field makes their way across the stripe. 7 laps remaining here tonight from Texas Motor Speedway. Tell you what, if you haven't already, show these drivers some love, show them some appreciation. Let them know you enjoy all the hard-nosed racing action each and every Wednesday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Show these Colonial Clash Racing Truck Series drivers you enjoy the times being had out there on the track. Drop them that thumbs up and get ready each and every Wednesday night for some tough truck action. Top two walking away, battle ensuing. Third and fourth, Brandon Medford, Troy Radford, Thomas Smalling, all mixing it up. Juan Jimenez has pretty much dropped the pace, possibly burning up the tires a little bit on that early pit stop. And paying the price for that early pit stop now late in this run with just 5 to go. Cody Giles shows the way. Mark Parkhurst right there running in second. A battle for the third and final podium spot. It's going to belong to the Lucky Finn Project. 94 of Troy Radford. Brandon Medford right there running it for Thomas Smalling. Now rounding out your top 5, but who's going to take that third position? What will Parkhurst do for a win? He's yet to get to victory lane this season. That number 7, Martin Sports Eurotech machine, has yet to visit victory lane as well, so he would love to visit victory lane. Now about a big shout out to all of the sponsors here, as we're going to have 3 to go. Big shout out to Renovations. Colorado Renovations for all of your home remodeling needs, veteran owned and operated. Once again, that's Renovations. If you're looking for some tough graphics, you're looking for a meat machine, a nice wrap, you can head right on over to Goose Graphics. Right there for all of your iRacing and simulator decal needs. Goose Graphics. We're going to see the 2 sticks this time around. Popsicle sticks on display for your race leader, Cody Giles, looking to punch his name into the winner column for the first time here in season number 3. Down the backstretch, once again, Colonial Clash Racing Series. Fort Worth Screen Printing 135 has got just 1 to go. If we can make it to the line, and just like that, white flag flies. Final lap here tonight from Texas Motor Speedway. The Fort Worth Screen Printing 135 has been a crazy battle all night long. 3 separate cautions, 8 different leaders, 10 different lead changes, and Cody Giles gonna snatch the rug out from under the field, and he's gonna make his way off of turn 4, cross the stripe, capture the flag, new race winner here in season number 3, the Martin Sports Eurotech number 7. Gonna be looking pretty sporty with that black and yellow. He's going to have a black and white checkered flag to go collect. Job well done, my man. Great race out there tonight for that Colonial Clash number 7 machine. Cody Giles going to walk away with the race win. Man right behind him on the track, Mark Parkhurst. He's going to sit as second when the checkered flag flies. And Troy Radford going to bring that Lucky Finn Project machine home in third. So there's your top 3. Rest of the field gonna head to pit lane as your race leader is set to burn it down. Get the fans in the stands a little bit of a smoke show as he gets ready to go. We're gonna get ready to go to a brief commercial break, get things set and ready to go trackside for your post-race interviews. So don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
And we will head back trackside here tonight from Texas Motor Speedway at the conclusion of the Fort Worth screen printing 135 as we watch a replay of some of the great action unfolding tonight. Let's see if we can't catch in and have a few words with your final podium drivers. Let's see if we can't dial up that 94 of Troy Radford. It's David the Booth. How you doing, bud? How you feeling after another solid night here at Texas?
So you can't feel too bad coming away with a top three, but definitely a little disappointed with the way that one played out. But I'm coming away with a solid podium and gaining points on Chris. I have no complaints here.
Yeah, I was gonna say you did gain a little bit of points on your Falcon Motorsports teammate, but after snatching the pole position, gotta be a little bittersweet just walking away third.
Yeah, exactly. Car felt real good all night. Really kind of set pace at the beginning, and I think if it went green, it was going to be between me and Cody, just a real tough race the entire way around. But then started playing the fuel game a little bit, and then right on that final stop we were coming in, and John Garrett ran out of fuel and coming into pit lane and probably lost about 2 seconds on the track due to that. So it hurts. It is what it is though.
Absolutely. Well, Troy, you take it in stride with the best of them. Congratulations on yet another fine finish, walking away with yet another podium this season. So before we let you go and reflect and enjoy the rest of the evening, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Honestly, just a big shout out to some of the communities out there. I know I talk about Lucky Finn Project a lot. One of my little guy who has a Lucky Finn or limb difference actually got to meet another Lucky Finn kid today, and got to play around with him. It's just really cool to see and to hear about stuff like that. So definitely big shout out to Lucky Finn Project and all the awesome work they do with setting up stuff like that and having those great communities, as well as Evidence Based Mommy, Turn 3 Racing Network, and National Kidney Foundation.
All right, well, Troy, as always, it's a pleasure, my man, and we'll see if we can't catch up with you here in the next few weeks. And I'm willing to bet you might make it a little sooner than a few weeks. We'll see if we can catch up with you trackside next week.
Think about it.
All right, there you have it. Final few words from the driver that walked away third tonight, Troy Radford, gonna park that Lucky Finn Project machine from the pole to third. That's going to move us right along in the running order. Try to have a word or two with the driver right there now on screen. Let's see if we can't go. grab a few words with the man that walked away second here tonight inside of that 23 machine. Mark Parkhurst, it's Dave in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, how you feeling after that one? Great run for you and your crew here tonight.
I should have hit a one lap later. That's my biggest regret out of that, but it's a career best finish in this league for me, so I can't really complain too much.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah, career, it is. Yeah, looking back over some stats, and yes, it is best finish for you here. And so congratulations on that. Do you think you could have possibly done anything different to maybe get one more spot out of this?
Either pitted one lap later or not let Cody go when I couldn't get by Juan. I was struggling to get by him, and I didn't want to burn up my stuff, so I let Cody go to see if he could do anything with him, then couldn't get back around him after.
All right. Well, Mark, after a good finish here tonight at Texas, do you think you can ride this momentum in the next week and maybe parlay this into another podium?
Depends where we're going next week.
I would have to pull the schedule out, and unfortunately, well, we'll just say I don't know. It's
We're going to
it,
Bristol next week. Hell yeah.
are you? I don't know that that's a safe spot. No.
Oh no, I love Bristol, man. That's one of my favorite tracks.
Well, short track racing it will be next week at Bristol Motor Speedway. So, Mark, again, congratulations on second place here tonight. Looking forward to next week. We're going to look forward to seeing if we can talk to you in post-race interviews once again. But before we let you go tonight, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous? Thank anybody out there watching, anybody back home or at the shop?
Yeah, I gotta shout out my mom. She watches all my races. Shout out our sponsors, the 1776 Motorsports, Fort Worth Screen Printing, Girotech, Goose Graphics, iRacing League Calculator, Root Renovations, ProCarp Racing Experience, Woodard Automotive, Circle B Diecast. I gotta thank all my teammates at 1776. They really helped me through practice because I couldn't find any speed out of this thing. So big shout out to them, and yeah, I hope for another good run next week.
Well, you may not have known how to get the speed out of it when you started, but you got it out of it by the end of it. And by your self proclamation, loving Bristol. So we're going to love to see if we can talk to you again next week. Until then, my man, stay safe and keep it fast.
Thank you, you too.
All right, there you go. Final few parting words for the man that parks it in second. That's Mark Parkhurst in the 23 machine, the New Hampshire native. Going to walk away with his best career finish, and that's going to lead us right into victory lane. We'll talk to the man front and center on screen. Let's now go down into victory lane. Cody, it's Dave. How you feeling after walking away with your first win of the season?
Man, it feels like I don't even know how to feel. Really, it's crazy, man. It's a hell of a feeling, I can tell you that. Because man, after last week and the week before that, it's like, man, I'm so close. I'm so close. And especially Charlotte earlier this year, man. And I was like, damn, are we ever gonna win one? So it's an awesome feeling, man. Awesome feeling that we finally got to pilot number 7 into victory lane for the first time this season. So this is pretty incredible, man.
Well, persistence does indeed pay off. Yet you were hard at it all night long, running inside the top 5 all night long. You came out with the race lead. Did what was going through your mind in those final few laps as the 23 machine was slowly closing in?
Well, I knew the 23 was closing in. Like I just tried to hit my marks the best that I could. I was trying to enter shallow bottom. I was getting tight. I was kind of pushing a little bit, and so I tried a different line. Um, kind of went dime in the corner a little bit, hit the late apex, try to get the run off the corner, and it helped a lot with the truck. So, um, honestly, Mark was hauling the mail behind me. I could tell he was getting closer in my mirror. I mean, like a tenth per lap, he was just catching me. But it's just I don't know how I held him off. I mean, he was pretty strong, and so it was good racing between me and Mark, and that was a hell of a battle there. And I just don't even know what to say, man. it's it's insane, dude. Like
Well, we'll let you try to soak this one in, so we won't keep you much longer. Cody, before we let you go and enjoy this one, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the race teams or back home at the shop?
Yeah, man. Fort Worth Screen Printing, Gear Tech, Goose Graphics, iRacing League Calculator, Oot Renovations, Pro Cut Racing Experience, Woodard Automotive, 1776 Motorsports. John and them guys, man, can't thank them enough to bring me aboard on their team. And, it's awesome season so far. Great experience. And, I appreciate everybody that, gave me the opportunity to come here and race in Colonial. And it's been a hell of a ride, and I've enjoyed being here, and uh, can't wait can't wait to see what goes on further in the season. And I appreciate everybody.
Absolutely, my man. Well, enjoy this one, and we'll see if we can catch up with you soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, there you have it. Final few parting words from your race winner in victory lane for the first time this season. The 7 Martin Sports machine gonna walk away with the checkered flag, and that's gonna put Cody Giles where he hasn't been before, at a loss for words. Front of the field, your race winner here tonight in the Fort Worth Screen Printing 135. Checkered flag belongs to Cody Giles. And just like that, you can hear producers hitting the buttons in the background. You know the sounds, you know the tunes, you know it's time to run down your unofficial race results here tonight from Texas Motor Speedway in the Colonial Clash Racing Series. Walking away, checkered flag, top spot, the 7 of Cody Giles. Mark Parkhurst going to finish back in second, rounding out your podiums drivers here tonight. 94 of Troy Radford. Brandon Medford going to come home in fourth, with Thomas Smalling finishing out your top 5. 22 of Juan Jimenez going to fall back to 6th. 7th place goes to Chris Medford. John Gutekunst with a good run here tonight. He's going to gain 5 positions and finish in the 8th spot. Tyler Rex going to walk away in 9th. John Garrett running out of fuel, falling behind the field. He'll finish back in 10th. U.S. Air Force 48 of Brandon Pamitat going to finish 11th. Zachary Cleek back in 12th. Guy Klim 13th. Doug Wasaki back in 14th. 15th tonight belongs to the 47 of Dustin Franklin. Scott Baker right there in 16th, with Brandon Pike parking that Ford 1 lap down in 17th. Thad Baylor finishes in 18th in the iRacing League Calculator truck, and that's going to move us back to 19th is James Ott. Todd Cleek walking away final driver in the field here tonight. That's going to do it for us in the booth. We're going to cut off the lights and roll up the cords, get ready to head to the high banks, the last Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway next Wednesday night. If you haven't already, race fans, show these drivers some love. Let them know you appreciate all the hard racing action here tonight from Texas Motor Speedway, and each and every Wednesday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So join us in that push to 3,000. Drop these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. So stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.